Guys, deluded, I'm back again. So yeah, man, like Unai Emery, like I'm bringing out bare vids. I don't know why I keep doing this, like, but anyways, printed off some quotes or just some general thoughts that I've found on the internet about it, man. It's yeah, let's just go through them. Like, we got obviously my man, and then yeah, man, I don't know if you lot can see that properly, but yeah, man, Unai Emery on himself allegedly. To live the necessary process to become world's #1. This is a process that still needs a little bit of time to consolidate. In Manchester City, the chief is Pep Guardiola. At PSG, the leader must be Neymar. This is Unai Emery reflecting on leadership dynamic at different clubs. That could be a slight shot at player power, but see, that's what I told you guys in the previous video about needing to pull in one collective. No manager or player or chief executive is bigger than the club. The collective is achieving that goal. And this is Unai Emery on flexibility. We are prepared to work with different systems. The 4-3-3 is the main system we use. It is great for keeping possession and applying pressure. But after that, we need to have another system for different matches. Most importantly, it's about getting the balance and positioning on the pitch with and without the ball. What do I constantly say to you people? Without saying I'm right all the time, but what do I constantly say? In and out of possession, Arsenal need to do it. I've been here with tactics boards. I've been here with this. I've talked about the 4-3-3. There's actually rumours he was getting pressure to play 4-3-3 at PSG. I don't know if that's wide of the mark, but you guys know I love a 4-3-3. But I also would love Arsenal to be able to keep playing 4-3-3, to play 4-2-3-1 as they have, to be able to play 3 at the back competently. And hell, even if 4-4-2 could work, because I'm not saying you'll be able to play all of them to the best of their ability, but if you can roughly implement them things, you have more of a chance of winning tough games. And if you're more calculated, like, I don't see Arsenal, we ain't got like shutting out games. Like, let's say it's a 1-0, we're winning 1-0 and our backs are against the wall and we don't really want to drop 2 points. We ain't really got the 2 defensive mids you can slap there. We ain't really got a half back you can put in there. We ain't really got certain things we can't do, like to shut out games. I'm not saying you need to do that every game, but different. For me, minimum you have a squad of 25, right? Well, broadly speaking, not every 25, but the majority of the squad need to bring different qualities. You need a midfielder that's strictly about defensive mid stuff. You need different men to do different stuff. Like, I'm not saying everybody needs to be a jack of all trades and advocating that, and you guys that have been rocking with me from the beginning know exactly what I'm referring to with them sort of things. But moving on, when I came here, the supporter said to me, please don't play Reyes. I said to him, Jose, you don't know what they're saying about you. We worked on it, and now every time he goes out there at the Sanchez, I can't say that, the stadium basically, the crowd are chanting Reyes, Reyes. And that's Emery on improving players. Next, we've got on winning 3 Europa League titles. The Champions League is nice, and we want to play in it, but you need to meet the very top teams in the competition, and they overcome you. When you're in the Europa League, you know you can win it. Well, Wenger failed there. We're in the Europa League next year, sadly. Let's go again. Emery, if you do become the manager of Arsenal officially, that's another one I'm going to hold you to. Let me write that one down there. For every game, I might have spent 12 hours just on video. Videos are very important. We work hard so that they have the best information, and it has to be a good video. In an hour, the players have to understand everything you've seen in 12. Elite. So that's about not waffling, cutting through the noise, and giving players exactly what they need. And that's what we need. You can bet we're going to see some intense training sessions. We're going to see way more approach on the on the tactics front, actually, in the stadium. You're going to see him shouting at players and things like that. Oh, my tooth. Like Conte, etc., etc. Oh, my teeth. I went dentist, and that's hurting a lot, man. Jeez, sorry, people. Damn, that hurt. But yeah. When I arrived at Seville, the first thing they said to me was, "Oh no, playing in the Champions League like Valencia did with you is lovely, but you haven't experienced what it is to win things. Now I have felt that, and it's the greatest feeling there is. Something really shared. We can't be a super top team because of the budget, but if you can grow, it's very gratifying, and the joy comes from the illusion, the hope, the dream of winning a title." This is Unai Emery on being ambitious despite limitations. Now that is probably, out of all the quotes, probably with what I've said about flexibility, it's probably the most important, because you can draw the parallels between Arsenal and what he's referring to in Valencia in that very same comment, people. But yeah, teeth is hurting me, man. We've also got, I ain't going to read all of them. How much we got, man? That's dead. We've covered that, covered that. Let's do this. I'm not the kind of coach who says, let's do a few piggy in the middle exercises and get home for lunch. This is Unai Emery on his style. Exactly what we need at Arsenal. Emery on his priorities. Fans want their emotions to come to the surface, and the only way to make that happen is to give them a team that transmits emotion, intensity, attacking, scoring goals, competing, fighting. That awakens them. The fans want emotion. The Champions League generates more money and allows you to buy better players, but what the fans really want is to enjoy their team winning things. If you have money but you don't generate feeling and emotion, it's worthless. You can be in the Champions League and generate money, but if you get knocked out in the group, it means nothing to the fans. Sure, you made 20 mil, but what does that mean? This is Emery and his priorities and madness. And you know what? We'll leave lastly with Jose. Let me not ruin that. This is Unai Emery on Jose after the Real Madrid boss. Well, yeah, something happened with the Real Madrid boss. The printer started acting there. I can't make out what that is. But anyways, he said, Mourinho's stance is that of a crybaby. We have reasons to draw up a list with errors and to make a public complaint for every time we have been adversely affected, but we don't. So basically, ain't no snitch. Jose is my guy, but I love to see this sort of stuff between the managers. In fact, this ain't the last one. I lied, man. That's not really relevant. I don't really like. I want to give you guys that. I've already spoken about that. There's not really any relevant. I don't really deem it any relevant, man, but alright, let's just say this one. And on this one, this is Enrique, this performer. I don't know if he's still the current sporting director at PSG or not, but everyone talks about him in a positive way. Everyone except journalists. But it's the coach's life to be criticised. Unai is one of the best coaches in the world. As the president said at the beginning of the season, we are 200% behind him, 200%. We have no doubt about him, and he has all our confidence. Well, that's funny because you sacked the man several months later despite winning the league. But anywho, guys, Deluded Guna, YouTube's N'Golo Kante. Just thought there'd be a couple interesting quotes there, which there was. A couple that was pointless. But either way, we went through them, guys. Yeah, I'm out, man. I hope you enjoyed that, or if you didn't, whatever, innit? I'm out. Get a comment, subscribe, and do the rest.